if your life as a professional cyclist is a bag of sand, like we say, and you're constantly poking holes in it, mate. I was there just shaking the bag. There was nothing left in it. Crossed the finish line, and suddenly I was just like,
the waterworks started.
Yeah, I'm broken. And then I remember going to bed and like tapping my phone to see the time, and it was 5 something. And then the next day, I'd arranged for BBC Wales to come over to do an interview before we left to come back here.
What's occurring, Bat?
What's occurring? Brought to you by Lloyds. They're at every stage and proud partner of the Lloyds Tour of Britain men. Lloyds have been working to inspire people to get on their bikes and benefit from the joy of cycling. If you want to find out more about Lloyds and British Cycling Partnership, we'll share a link in the show notes. How you doing, mate? 2-day hangover or what?
2-day hangover, mate. Some context, it's Tuesday morning. Yesterday I was all right-ish. But age, innit, mate? 2 days hangovers, they're just a thing nowadays.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't feel too bad. Well, a bit is the hangover. But so basically, Sunday night, I was sick. It all came back up.
Were you?
Mate, I was no idea what time I got home. I don't think I was even drinking. I think I was just drinking beers as well. Like, I don't think, but obviously, well, I'd done a race for a start. I hadn't eaten a lot, which doesn't help. And, well, I'm not exactly a big drinker anyway. So it all hit me. I remember I was with Ave and we're on my sofa in the house, and he was like trying to get me to do something or whatever. And I was just like, no, mate, I'm happy here. You do you. You do you. You go and do what you want, but I'm staying. Just leave me alone. I think he stayed with me just to, well, I don't know, make sure I wasn't sick and whatever. I had a bowl anyway, and then start walking to the room. Halfway up the stairs, I'm puking up into this bowl, go into the toilet, empty it, still sick in the toilet. It was a big one, And then I remember going to bed and like tapping my phone to see the time, and it was 5 something. And then the next day, I'd arranged for BBC Wales to come over to do an interview before we left to come back here. So they rock up at like 9:45. Ave came in around 10. He was like, oh, the guys are downstairs. If you don't have to do it though, if you don't not up for it. I was like, oh no, I should do really. They've come all this way. Got downstairs for about 10:15. And luckily I know the guys anyway, Dav was one of them. Was there the night before anyway. And managed to just do this interview. Don't know how. I had a few like of these little burps, which luckily they took out of it. But I was like, man, I was like, just terrible. And then we had to go into town because we were off on safari in October, so I had to get some malaria tablets. They gave me a little jab as well, some of the vaccine. And then was in the car coming back home in the taxi. The driver's looking in his rearview mirror at me because I wind down the window, and he's like, you okay? And I was like, yeah, mate, just get us home. And get home, and then I had to go to the airport then and fly here. But so it was a long old day. And then I had this reaction to this vaccine then in the night. I was itching, I had this rash. Mate, didn't sleep. Oh.
You've had a shocker.
Yeah.
But mate, in the night out, so we went to Tiny Rebel, class, singing the songs, like so good. And then you got in a taxi with Beth, Ave and Sar.
Right.
A load of us went to Live Lounge. And then I left Live Lounge about, I don't know, 2:30. And as I was walking out, someone was like, oh, G's around the corner. I was like, no, he's not. We went in a taxi like an hour or so ago. They're like, no, G's around the corner. I was like, oh, Kath, let's go check he's all right. And we started going, and then they were like, oh, no, Stannard and Swifties with him. I was like, oh, all right, sound. It'll be all right. Went and got... So did you come back out, or was that rubbish?
I think that's rubbish. Well, if I did, I don't remember it, but I'm pretty sure I was in the house. Yeah.
Mate, I said that. I was like, because they said G's around the corner. I was like, nah, he's in a taxi an hour ago with Beth, Ave and Sar. They've got him. But they're like, no, Stannard and Swift's with him. And someone was left there with a bottle of water. He needs a water. I was like, I'm out.
I'm pretty sure Stannard and Swifty weren't in my house, but wow, it was such a good night though, wasn't it? Like, since crossing the finish line.
So good.
It was such a whirlwind and so hectic and busy. But then, yeah, in Tiny Rebel, there was all the team there. Then you and, yeah, it who else? Like, yeah, mates and some family, and just a great, good atmosphere, wasn't it?
I think so. Like, yeah, your father-in-law and his brother are both in a Welsh choir, and as soon as we got in there, I was like, right, Ave, when can we start singing songs? When can we start singing songs? I'll give it half an hour. Like 15 minutes later, I went over. Oh, it's been half an hour. Can we start singing songs now? 10 minutes, Luke. 5 minutes later, right, Ave now. And they're so good.
Yeah.
And I think anyone who wasn't Welsh or doesn't, like your team, my mates, JB from my team, there's a few other people, just were like, what the hell? Like a normal party, you don't get 40 people in a circle just singing a song.
Yeah. Because some of the boys messaged me actually, like Lucas and Timon. They were just like, "Oh, it was such a good night! Like all that singing. Oh, Welsh is great. I'm just gonna have to learn some of those songs for November." And no, it was good. Fair play,
mate. So a few beers deep, A's like, right. Actually, no, funny one. It's the first song we sung. I'm next to M and sung the song. I'm not a very good singer. Get to the end, he said, Luke, do me a favour for the next song. I said, what's that, mate? He just said, mine. But then as the night went on, me and Foxy, because Foxy can sing as well, and Ave was like, if you ever want to come to the choir, just come and have a practice. And me and Foxy were like, yeah, all right, sound done. Beer talking. Woke up next morning, Foxy messaged me, right, when are we going to the choir? And I think I'm actually going to go.
You should do, mate.
I think it'd be cool. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just to get like...
Again,
first of all, you got to learn the words.
Yeah, I was joking with Ave all the time about, like, it's easy to hide in a choir though, isn't it? Like, when there's like 30 of them there.
But they just seem like a good bunch of lads to be able to just sing, and it's more so knowing the words, isn't it? But to be able to go there and... so I think I'm going to go. I'm going to go a couple times.
Should do, mate. My old neighbour's there. He's like 80 or something now. Elgan. You know Elganos? On Cathedral Road. But
No.
I don't know what he has got to do with it. But anyway, he's like, there's a good group of boys there. They're all fairly old, but
we bring the average down a bit, but hey-ho. But mate, it was just a good night, wasn't it, all round. Everyone happy, everyone buzzing. Yeah. Tiny Rebel was fantastic. I think that's why I haven't got such a sore head. Or I didn't have such a sore head, is because, like you said, just drunk beers. Beers. No, I had a couple of shots in Live Lounge. That was a mistake. A couple of tequilas. But not like gin and tonic and then vodka this. And Coke and just.
Beer can still do damage, mate. Trust me.
Yeah. It can still. But I was the last day in terms of the race itself then.
Well, the whole day was just mad, to be honest, because I woke up, I don't know what it was, 7:45, because we were leaving quite early. And it just seemed one thing after the next. Like, we're on the bus going to the velodrome for the start, and we're pulling over, and I was just like, I was about to pin my numbers on. I'm like, what are we pulling over for? Like, anyway, thought nothing of it. Then Max and Sarah walk on the bus, and I was like, oh, hello. What are you doing here? It's like, oh, well, coming to the start with you. So, all right, okay. And Max is sat with me pinning the numbers on and stuff. And then get to the velodrome and have to go into the velodrome then to do some interviews. And then the sign on was in the track centre as well, which was cool. And we do a little lap and, wave to the crowd and stuff and sign in things.
Was there many people in there?
I'm not sure. It was like, how many seats do they have? Because I reckon there was
2,000.
Must have been close to that. It wasn't like everyone was sat down there, but it was kind of just like people in and out and stuff. It must have been around that. I only needed tickets for it. I didn't know, but I think your brother got Dale and Han in. They didn't have tickets, but kind of talked his way in, as you can imagine. So yeah, that was cool. But then I'm in there signing for like, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour. And I was like, oh, geez. Because then John's like, right, we got to go to the start. And I was like, oh, I'd kind of forgotten that I had to do a bike race, mate. So then I roll out, come round into the start straight. And then all the whole peloton's there, then holding the bikes up, spinning the wheels. And I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, cheers, boys. Right through the middle. And didn't really know didn't feel like super comfortable, you know, like just, I was a bit like, I don't know, it just felt weird. Like it was all this attention on me. At that moment, it was just a bit, yeah. Anyway, I didn't really know what to think of it. And then it was obviously nice. And then get to the end and then Max is there at the end next to Swifty. Just like Swifty, Remco, Pav. Oh, that was really nice. And then Max is there with his little bike, spinning his wheels. So that was cool. And then Sark came over. We had a little picture. Then we actually just got into the race then, and I was like, man, right, okay, we got like 130k now. And it was hard, mate. Like there was a few attacks at the start, and then we were going through Riska, innit? Is it Riska? And I just had this momentum. I was coming. I was like, sod it, I'm going to attack. I just went, and I saw a TV bike as well. So I was thinking, oh, here we go. Help a brother out, you know? Went. I was hoping that he'd slow down slightly just to give me a bit of a tow away. Didn't happen. I was chasing him across the road. And that was rapid. And then this UAE dude came across. What's his name? A Scandinavian guy. He's strong anyway. Kicked my head in.
The guy was in the break.
Yeah, he ends up in the break. Yeah. We were only away. It must have only been like 2-3 minute effort, but oh mate, that was it. That was, if your life as a professional cyclist is a bag of sand, like we say, you know, and you're constantly poking holes in it, and mate,
that was the last poke of the hole.
Yeah, I was there just shaking the bag. There was nothing left in it, and it was quite hard after that as well. It was fast, lined out, dragging up, on it up to like Blackwood Way,
gradually uphill. Yeah.
So I suffered a lot then, and then those cows. I loved the cows, mate. That saved me because I was in a box at that point.
Do you know, there was a funny moment there which very few people caught on. So break go, 4 guys pass through, and these cows go across the road. Race is stopped, but Picnic were like full throttle, trying to push it there, trying to split it, trying to make it a hard race. And then there's a camera at the back of the peloton, and Ethan Hayter's 5 from the back, and he's like this. And he just puts his hands up in the air and celebrates. Like, he looks behind him, laughs. Dries de Bont's behind him.
Yeah, he was suffering, mate.
You could tell.
Yeah.
Dries. Yeah, see, I don't know. Huh. Yeah, he's just a survivor, and he up the peloton, down the peloton in the breakaway. But yeah, obviously the guys at the back of the peloton are pinned. But Ethan actually took his hands off the bars and put his hands in the air.
Oh, I must have been close to them.
Saved by the cows.
Because there was a bit of a drag race into that corner. So I did that, and then I was like gassed. And then that's the story of my race.
You didn't get dropped across there, did you?
No, not dropped, but I was like...
Yeah, mate, there was a group of 10 dropped, and then another group of 15 dropped.
Oh, okay. So that makes me feel a bit better.
Yeah. It was all right. It was splitting. There was guys getting dropped.
So I used that opportunity just to move up a bit. Because then we were still going to go left, weren't we? And I was thinking, oh no, this could be, still could be hard. But luckily nothing really happened. I got back up to the boys and I was like, whew, survived it.
Yeah.
Then it was all about going into Caerphilly then. And I got caught the wrong side of like Degan Cobb as he sort of finished his, and he kind of took me out the back, and I didn't get to do my last 500 meters for Swifty into the climb, but that was fine. And then me and Swifty rode up Caerphilly then, like got a chance to really soak it all in, the last 10k. Saw Matt, Tank, Hank, no, not Hank, what's his name? Simo. Husky, that's the one.
Husky.
All dressed up. So that was cool. Like the atmosphere up there was great. Then the ride into Cardiff then. Just weird. Just so surreal.
Yeah.
Those roads, innit? All the way in.
No, mate, it was a special day. And even throughout the day, you probably, before Caerphilly Mountain when you're racing, you don't see it. But in the car you do. There was a lot of support. And
it was unreal. And then the last sort of K then, or going through Birch Grove, past the Birch, I was getting emotional. And I just felt the lump in my throat. And I was like, oh, geez, like, how is this happening to me now? Come on, hold it together. And Uno X guy came up and said, like, oh, I just want to say it's been an honor to do your last race with you, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, mate, don't stop talking to me now. And then somebody else said something similar. And then we went over the flyover, and me and Swifty right to the front then. And, that atmosphere in the last couple of 100 meters was insane, really, and crossed the finish line. And suddenly I was just like, oh man, I'm
The waterworks
I'm
started.
broken. I'm broken, and stopped and tried to get myself together, and then hugged the boys, and then I left swiftly till last because I knew I was going to probably crack, and then we're hugging each other, both of us crying. Oh man, and I was just like, I had the rain glasses lenses as well, not the tinted mirrored
Yeah.
ones, so everyone could still see my eyes. I was like, oh jeez. So
You should have been more tactical there,
I
mate.
know I should have
You
just
knew
been
it
like, I
was going
don't
to be
care if I can't
emotional.
see it.
Yeah.
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 Then S4C interview, I haven't seen it back yet, but mate, I couldn't speak.
I haven't seen
Griff,
it.
one of the boys there, was saying something really nice, but saying about his kids or Max, and I just said, oh mate, just stop talking, just shut up, because you can keep me going, and so he did. But that's one interview. I don't think they got a hell of a lot out of me, but then it was straight from there to the bus, and then all the lads soaked me with champagne, and we had a little drink together. Then it was straight to the podium, and then it was all like, you were there, weren't you, with Stannard, Swifty, Rod, Darren. That was really nice, and all the crowd had sort of packed into that street, hadn't they? It was quite
It was
narrow.
good crowd
Yeah,
there. It was good
yeah,
crowd
because it was
there.
quite small as well, though. It kind of made it better,
Yeah.
didn't it? And like, it was everyone
Yeah.
crammed in, like red, green, white, everywhere. Yeah, and after that, it was a quick Q&A over at Lloyd's, and then it was down to the castle where you were waiting, and we did a little. Well, it wasn't really a pod. It was kind of a pod, wasn't it?
Mate, they just there was no like script or anything, or no, it was just up you go. Don't talk too much about like his life and his career and what's next. Save that for Rodri.
Right.
Just keep it quite like, how was today? How was the race? I was like, yeah, all right. So.
Easy.
And it was a bit all over the place, but it was good with all the flyers there and stuff.
Yeah.
Gave you a 30-year mainly flyers, 30-year anniversary jersey. It's quite cool. You got loads of stuff to put on your walls now.
Yeah, I got plenty of pictures and stuff now.
You got to be selective what goes up.
But yeah, that was nice actually, riding into the castle. So Max and then my niece and nephew Alan Jack rode in with me. Emerson and Sophia couldn't because they're still on stabilizers, and we had the cobbles, didn't we? So it was like, probably we could be there all day otherwise. But yeah, that was nice riding in with them. We got on stage, and then Max and Jack were just wandering around, weren't they? Just distracting me big time. But the choir was obviously there. They sang, didn't they? So yeah, that was amazing. Like, everyone there at the castle. Luckily, it was stopped raining, didn't it?
Mate, it was meant to be. It was lashing down, and then we all got in there, and boom, bright skies suddenly out of nowhere.
And Tiny Rebel did a nice drink for everyone. Mic drop or something they called it, didn't they? That was cool. So yeah, that was a great way to sort of say thanks to everyone. And then it was back home, quick change, Tiny Rebel, and yeah, kind of go blank then a few hours later.
The rest is history.
Yeah. But no, what a day, what a special like way to sort of finish it all off, really, day and night.
Do you know what? So many people put so much into it to make it that nice.
Yeah.
Well. Mate, Jay. I mean, Jay and George, but Jay, honestly, behind the scenes, has just nailed it.
Yeah, fair play to him.
Yeah.
Like Ave as well was on the phone a lot, I think, trying to like, do stuff, and
mate, to sort that
Rod,
castle.
Darren, yeah.
To sort the castle, Ave did.
Yeah, so
well, a lot of people did, yeah.
But no, yeah, so it was class.
And the team, mate. The team.
Yeah, with
like,
the jersey and the bike and everything, and
jersey, bike, just to do everything. It's it was amazing. Nothing you don't deserve, mate. Credit.
Nice one. Well, it was just like as I keep saying, just to finish when you want is one thing, but finishing there as well with all that is just another level again. So unreal, mate. But back to reality now, innit? School drop off and everything, and
I had the school drop off yesterday morning, mate, and it was the first proper day of school they went a few times last week, but it was the first proper day. And it wasn't even that. It was raining a bit. I had sunglasses on. My eyes were red. And you're like, a few people outside the gates. Hi, how are you? How was yesterday? And I was like, I just can't hold a conversation here. I was like, I'm just gonna drop these kids home and go back to, I gotta go
Yeah.
back home, man. I'm not in a good way. I had a chip shop dinner last night. That sorted me out.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, oh, I wish I could have that now. Can't really get it here though, can you? Well, you can't, not chip shop dinner.
And also, if you get a takeaway like Chinese, Indian, or pizza, it arrives, you eat it. But also with chip shop, because you got to go pick it up. You get it, you order it, and then you got to drive home. When it's in the car, you can smell it.
Oh.
And it's like, the anticipation builds, and it's still in the paper. Oh, mate, it was
Yeah.
good. Hit the spot.
I bet it did.
Hit the spot. But, mate, the race itself, you see how close we were to winning decathlon?
Yeah. Well, I've seen the picture in the newspaper, actually. Like, it was right on the line, wasn't it? I didn't realize it was that close.
Right on the line, mate. Mate, they were in a break of 4, Bastion Trochon, and dropped one guy in Caerphilly Mountain. On top of Caerphilly Mountain, they literally had 5 seconds. But then they got to the top and it just lulled. And it's like, go, just continue. Continued. The gap went back out. It was like 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 12 seconds, 9 seconds. And it was literally on the finish line. And I say how close we were to winning. Fred Wright would beat him in the sprint, because Fred Wright was still third on the stage, so he would have come second. But mate, I was in the car with Kath, and I said so all the lads had they had flights Sunday night or Monday morning. Well, let's go to Bristol.
Yeah.
And they were like, we want to go out, and it's like, all the flights are booked, boys. It's nothing to do with me. So like Sunday morning before the race, I was like, listen, if we win the stage, I'll book you all new flights and we'll all go out. and they were like, really? I looked at JB and he was like, I said, well, I've said it now. Got to honour it. Anyway, 2-3K to go. He's in a break of 3 with 15 seconds. I'm going,
could be expensive.
Oh, shit. Might actually do this. But yeah, I came close but no cigar.
They were all keen to hang around then, were they? Or they should have just done it, mate.
They wanted to come to the castle. But then the cars who were taking them had to leave.
Yeah.
So I said, listen, if you want to go to the castle, you can come to the castle, but you got to get your own way back to Bristol. And
it's just a bit
you grown men.
Then, isn't it?
You grown men. If you want to go out after in Cardiff, you go out in Cardiff. But it's if your own, you got to sort yourself out. And it was I'm an hour in, but they didn't. In the end.
It was funny having JB there in the night, wasn't it? He was loving it.
Yeah, he loved it, and it was like I said, it was just a mad party in terms of, like, it wasn't like crazy as if we did crazy stuff. It was just amazing in the sense that we just sang.
In good vibes.
It was great.
Yeah.
And, it was good vibes. Of course, everyone's happy and everyone's buzzing. Everyone's buying. It was ever at the bar, just gets the round in, and it was, it was just a great atmosphere. But for anyone who hasn't been out with us before or isn't Welsh, would just be like, what is going on? It'd be like you said with Lucas Hamilton and AJ and Timon. They must have been like,
what is this?
Mad.
Yeah.
And I've hurt my neck as well. So this was just after you left. We did a scrum in the street and we did like 3v3. So I was Lucid. And 3, 2, 1, go. Like pushing. And like Lucas Hamilton, I was with Lucas Hamilton and there was 3 other people, Foxy or my brother maybe or whatever. Mate, I woke up the next morning, you can't turn. My neck doesn't turn.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, I'm not destined for rugby. Not destined for rugby. Gee, what, we said you went from this to that. This was amazing. This was special. What was the one moment that you'll think back for that last stage of Tour of Britain and go, that was the moment?
Oh, don't know. It's hard to pick because there was so many, but I think probably the last couple of minutes of the race, going through Birch Grove and then crossing the finish line, and just the crowd, just mental, the atmosphere there. Like Swifty was behind me, giving it the big one, geeing him up even more, and probably that moment, just crossing the line and just, it's just a weird thought now, though, isn't it? Like, done. That will never race my bike again. Like, be on that bus afterwards. Like, that's one thing I've been asked a lot. What will I miss? One thing I haven't said is, when you finish and you just sit down on your chair and you're just like, Then you go and have a shower, and then you're just like, oh, you have your food there, and you're just like suddenly you just like both relax. That's such a nice feeling. That no matter how the stage has gone.
In the initial few months, when you'll see races. There's more races out there. Start of next year, you'll see races, and it's also a bit of the sense of, I don't know if use of another word, but like togetherness. When you finish the race and you're like, or you're starting a race, and all you've got is each other. You got nothing else. You got your 5 or your 6 or your 7 or your teammates. You got the staff, and you go out and you either succeed or you fail, or somewhere in the middle. And then you come back on the bus and you talk about it, and you're in this little bubble of just that togetherness. And sometimes you can have a week or 10 days or 2 weeks racing, and it's just one bad day after another, and all you got is each other. On the flip side, it could be 20 days of greatness, and you achieve amazing stuff. But it's just that sense of
that camaraderie,
belonging, togetherness, camaraderie, good times, bad times, blood, sweat, tears, and it's just that you've only got that group. There's all the external stuff, but honestly, when shit hits the fan, it's just you guys on the road, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's so true. That's what I've been saying. I'm gonna miss the most. It's just that whole thing, going out together with your plan, and you go and try and execute it, do it for each other, So
yeah.
But yeah.
But on the flip side, like just being around, being at home more, a bit more relaxed, doing what you want, not so regimented, and the grass is always greener, isn't it? You lose that, but you get that.
Exactly, yeah.
I fucking love retirement. I'm sure you will as well, mate. But mate, it's time for our final Lloyds upstaged of the Tour of Britain.
Lloyds are partnered with British Cycling to help inspire a nation to get moving. They believe everyone should turn the pedals more often and plan to be there at every stage. If you want to find out more about what they're doing, search Lloyds British Cycling.
And a huge thank you to Lloyds for supporting the pod across the race, and for helping to make G's Goodbyes event at the Castle happen on Sunday. Let's start here, mate. The Castle. We spoke about it briefly already, haven't we? Like how amazing it was.
Yeah, that was just the crowds all day, and then to finish off with the Castle was I run out of things to say about it, but it's just unreal. It was so good.
4,000 tickets gone in an hour.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? So yeah, I think that for me, it's not one person that stands out. It's just everyone that came out, in Cardiff, on the roads, all over the place. Even the start of the week, there was a huge amount out. So it's got to go to them, haven't it?
I got a contender. Give it to the Maindy Flyers.
Yeah.
Bit more specific. Yeah. I mean, everyone it was some shit weather as well. Everyone went out and braved it. But mate, when I was sat there, we were on the stage, and there was loads of them as well, weren't there? 100 Maindy Flyers. They rode you into the castle, and then they were just all buzzing around, and the organisation said, "Oh, just sit down there in front of the stage." Wet cobbles. Yeah. They all just sat down with their cycling kit, and I thought, credit to them, and hopefully there's someone in there, or a number of them will go on to do something. But if they don't, just enjoy what you're doing and be part of that. That togetherness. They've got a bit of that, haven't they?
Yeah, for sure.
With the Maindy Flyers. So
yeah, mate.
Maindy Flyers. All the crowds.
I'm happily give it to them.
There we have it then. The winner of Lloyds Upstage for the last stage of Tour of Britain, the Maindy Flyers.
Right then, Luke. As well as Tour of Britain, there has been the Vuelta going on as well. So it's time for our Chapeau of the Week from the second week. Any front runners?
Honestly, I've been focused quite a lot on Tour of Britain, as have you, so I haven't seen a great deal. Try and watch the highlights in the night, check out how the team's getting on, see the highs and lows of the stage, maybe watch a highlight video.
Pidcock's obviously had a decent week. I think he lost a bit of time up Angleroo, but we gave him Chapeau of the Day, didn't we? He's still in there battling. But Jonas is still there defending the jersey, taking the odd seconds here and there if he can. But for me, I think Almeida, we've given him Chapeau of the Day already, but he's making this Vuelta exciting now, isn't he? Like, he's gained a bit of time. I don't know what is the gap, but it's less than a minute, so it's going to keep this Vuelta entertaining for the final final week.
Mate, or we don't give it to a rider, we give it to a team. UAE have won 4 stages in the second week. I mean,
4 out of 6.
It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There was, one of them was neutralized. Mads Pedersen won 1 stage. So, and it's also won by, so Vine won a stage. Soler won a stage. Ayuso won a stage. And Almeida won a stage, right? I think. So, you got 8 riders on the start line. And just in the second week alone, 4 different riders won a stage. So, I don't know if we're allowed to do that. Give it to a team instead of a rider.
Yeah, we do what we want.
That's pretty incredible.
That is mad, actually. Like, so I heard Giannetti, apparently, the team boss is like wants 100 wins this year. So you're going full for that. But
what are they on? Mid 80s, is it?
Yeah, I think, low 80s. But it's one thing saying it, it's another thing like going out and doing it, isn't it? But yeah, fair play to them.
Because they beat HTC's record last year, didn't they? So they're trying to beat their own record, essentially. But to get to triple figures, yeah, pretty incredible. So, if it's all right with you, G, our Continental Tires Chapeau of the Week, Team UAE Emirates.
Chapeau.
So what's next, mate?
Well, I got my brother's stag in 2 days, mate. In Albufeira.
Where are you going?
So, so that's Portugal, flying to Faro. Got to get 2 flights there. But yeah, that's going to be. I think that's going to be pretty messy. But I'm only there for 2 days though, because I got to get back. Got to get back for Saturday. But I think that'll still be enough at the state I'm in at the minute. So yeah, and then after that, it's a bit more day to day. Then really, there's some boat race in Saint-Tropez going on, and I know one of them from this whole Ineos Britannia America's Cup malarkey when they were involved. And I might go down there to see them like on Saturday afternoon. I got to be here in the morning, but then in the afternoon I can go there, and they've invited us to go on the boat and see it. They said I could go for a sail with them if it was Friday, but I was like, not here, mate. But that might be quite good. Take Max down there, and yeah, I've never watched boat. Have you? You went to America's Cup, didn't you, or something, or no?
No.
So I'm not sure what it's like watching a boat race, really, because it's all happening out there, isn't it? So I don't know what it's like for spectators, but
I think it might be a bit boring.
Yeah, well, you'd think it'd be a bit...
It's quite slow, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. So it'll be different, won't it?
Sorry, boat racing. I don't want to speak badly, but I don't know. Like if you're watching a sport, like you're looking for a goal or something, but that it's like they're quite far away, and it's like and boat number 3 is taking the lead.
Yeah. Well, they kind of go like different. There's certain buoys they got to go around in it, but they can take a different line through it, which depends on the wind and all that.
Yeah.
Almost hit each other. So I might see a crash, maybe slow speed crash.
Do you remember when we did sailing as Team Sky as a building? Building?
That was good fun.
It was junk, wasn't it?
Did you not like it?
No, I hated it. It was terrible.
I quite liked it.
Absolutely abysmal.
At the end, pulled Nigel Mitchell, the nutritionist's life vest, didn't we?
Did you actually enjoy that boat racing?
Yeah.
We just had like this. They were tiny, weren't they? We just had like 4 people on a boat. Or something.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good. Like it depends on the skipper you had, I think, because the one we had was pretty good. He was quite engaging in that. But
do you know our problem? He was explaining like what to do in English, and I remember we had a couple of Spanish guys who just joined the team who didn't understand English, and you rely on you're only as strong as your weakest link, can't you? So he was like, right, go. No one had a clue what to do. Like twist that, pull that, and we just bobbed in the water for a bit. I think I pushed someone
because the weather wasn't great from what I remember, was it either? But
no, it was terrible. Terrible. You gonna ride your bike?
Yeah, I would have ridden today, but I had a busy morning. But
you're gonna be one of them, aren't you? You're gonna be one of them. No, won't let it go. 15, 20 hours a week.
I think it would just help clear the head a bit, a bit of fresh air, and go have a croissant somewhere and ride home. It'd be quite nice.
What's the weather like over there?
Lovely, mate. Blue skies. Yeah. Still got a sore neck.
You see when I turned there? I had to turn my whole body, yeah.
But yeah, so the next few weeks then is a bit more, normal life. Take Max to school, a few things to do, but yeah, just enjoy being off, mate. You got any more racing then?
I've got one more race left. Paris Tours. So it's obviously quite a classics angle. It used to be a bit more of a sprinter's race, maybe some crosswind thrown in the mix. But now there's 10 gravel sections. So
Nice.
yeah, it's a bit of a messy race. So classics focused squad there. So, but that's not for a month. So it's just the next month really to start working on next year, looking at the classics next year and try and get some stuff in place for that. And then, work towards Paris Tours.
Nice. Swift.
And then team camp and all that and back into it.
Stannard told Swifty they had to go to Paris Tours actually last week.
Oh, it's not a bad race.
Yeah, but it's just like when you think you're going to be finishing mid-September and then you got to go for another 2 or 3 weeks for Paris Tours as well, But you know what Swifty's like, he loves it anyway, so.
Yeah, no, it's one of them races. If you don't think you're doing it and you're thrown in last minute, it's quite, it's a proper one-day classic, isn't it? 10 sections of gravel.
Spicy, that.
And last year was like abysmal weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the nicest race on the calendar, but it's a great one to win. But if you go there and just taking part, it could be a bit grim.
Yeah.
But Swifty loves it.
Yeah.
Do you remember the arm wrestling?
No, but Jean, the press guy, sent me a video of me arm wrestling Rod.
Yeah.
I honestly did not remember that. I won though, didn't I?
He beat you. Did you win?
Yeah.
Oh, did you win?
It's about a minute and a half video. I was like, bloody hell, it's not a spectator sport, this, is it?
Because I went against Rod earlier as well, and I beat him as well. so me and you both beat Rod.
You'd have a good night.
And then I went against my brother and he smashed me. But and then I did a scrum and hurt my neck.
Good times.
All in all, a great night, mate. Great night,
then.
Great day, great week. All right, mate. Enjoy your downtime.
Will do.
Have a good stag, and see you in a bit.
Catch you soon. Ta-da.
Ta-da.